same area, Victorian Day, when the teachers will pretend to be Victorian.
Oh yeah, and the headmaster comes in and is like, haha, I've got a cane.
And I got caned? Did you get caned?
Nope.
I feel like that's just an excuse to actually cane someone.
Wait, you had to put Victorian Day and he actually caned you?
Yeah, dude!
Come at you.
It was like one day the teachers could be really mean and they caned you for that.
Was it like a loophole in the law? Like?
I'm not even realising
Day
this.
was showing them authenticity. Oh, I'm injured. So, you know, going back welts across your arm like, what the fuck
Can you imagine that? He comes up to you, remember that time you told me to fuck myself?
Come here, you lippy little shits. I mean, to be fair,
He had the lift, like, he goes down the lift. You remember that time you did this? How?
Just walking from classroom to classroom, slap.
Yeah.
But no, okay. So like, so what was it like? So okay, so let's move away from like the whole the film thing. Like, I mean, like, so how was it kind of? Because you've done a few adverts, haven't you? Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
Well, I guess the first advert I did was the Snickers advert, which your last guest was on.
Snickers
We had
advert.
Maya on here last week, and she's just like, "Oh yeah, Snickers advert." Did you get Jurgen Klopp as well, or who
Yeah, it was with Maya. With the
you was on it?
Yeah. So I was a minor character
Fucking
though.
cast. Sorry, where's Jurgen?
Yeah, I mean,
put him on the list.
if you watch that, you'll blink and you'll miss me. But that was the first ever commercial I did, and
Fucking Snickers, man.
yeah, man, Snickers.
Do you prefer them over Mars bars?
I do, of course.
They used to be my favourite back in the day.
Yeah. I still love a good Snickers.
Although I can't lie, I mean, I haven't had a deep fried Snickers, but
I've never
deep
had
fried
one.
Mars.
Deep fried Mars bar, I did try that.
I love that.
Where'd you get that from?
You gotta go Scotland.
You gotta go.
You gotta go
There's like
Scotland.
there's this little shop that's just underneath.
It's a long way. It's a long way to travel.
It's worth it, I feel, you know.
Miles to get one. Yeah, I just felt like I need to burn the calories before and after. But
Yeah.
What am I doing this weekend?
Oh, shit, yeah. But you go to Scotland this weekend?
No.
Oh.
For
Right, well,
for
that's
Mars
fine,
bar.
You can get them down the road, mate. But you don't have a deep fryer. We're gonna do
Yeah,
a
that's
deep
true.
fryer.
You can actually.
Yeah.
I could make.
Just go to chip shop.
We could
with
make
a
them
Mars
now.
bar, I'll be like, go on.
Do you have Mars bars?
No.
Okay, well then we can't make them right
I can't
now.
make them right now, but another time.
But when we when we all go back to our respective houses, we can all buy our respective Mars
Everyone's
bars.
just sending each other little Instagrams like, this has not worked, and now I have to do a lot of cleaning.
Yeah.
I burnt my kitchen down.
So my mum is furious. Actually, I don't live with my mum anymore. I can burn my own kitchen down, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. You're an independent man now.
Yeah,
you
I've
know?
got my own flat. I can burn my place to the ground if I need
Yeah.
to. I can't because it's against.
I can't. My wife will kill me.
Yeah, I think my girlfriend
Yeah.
probably have a few things to say about it as well. Actually, in fact, I'd probably be a bit upset. Although, yeah,
I feel like you would be pretty upset.
I'd
Would
be in my
it be
house
worth it for the deep fried Mars bar? You
no,
know?
I've got to
How about we do it in your house?
Because I like my houseplants. What have I just been saying, Marlon? Jesus, people, leave the houseplants out of this. Okay, all right. Sorry, all right. So yeah, deep fried Mars bars. That's the thing.
Deep fried Mars bars.
It's on the list.
How did we even get to deep fried Mars bars? by the
Off
way?
point.
Snickers.
Off
Yeah,
point.
off point is the whole point.
I love that.
Damn it. yeah, but
Nice.
Came here to talk about your acting career, and now we talk about deep fried Mars
I mean,
bars.
for me, these are the best types of conversations where everything goes on point. You know?
even though I've got a list. But like, yeah, so like, I mean, like, so what was it like to come from? Going back to the point, yeah. But what was it like to go from being in front of the camera to behind it? Because I've only done some production work, and you're starting your own media company, and like, how's that going?
Yeah, so I did my first producing gig like 2-3 years ago, in 2021, just after lockdown. I don't even know, but it was my friend from a few years, Liam Pinero Rogers, who directed the film, and I'd met him a bunch of times in networking events, like back in the day.
Name drop.
Just when I would go as an actor, right? And he never actually hired me in any of his films as a director. He now tells me that famously I was shortlisted for one of his films, but it never happened.
Yeah, but they always tell that. I mean, do you believe him or not?
I'm inclined to believe him.
Yeah,
I'm
you should.
inclined
I
to
mean, it
believe
makes
him.
you feel better.
I mean, I owe this man my entire producing career, ultimately, you know. And I helped produce another one of his films afterwards. So realistically, it was just a very lucky situation, I guess. And no, I don't think it's luck. I think it's...
Yeah, I get that because of your own merit. I mean,
I don't know, not merit though. I wouldn't say it was anything to do with merit in this case. I think what this is, which is an interesting thing, he didn't know if I could do anything as a producer. He only knows me as an actor. But he knows me. And I guess he trusted in me. And I didn't know anything about producing.
Someone to trust you to do your job, and then you go in there and you do your best for them because you know that their faith is in you, so you do like what you can.
So I gotta jump in quickly. So you seem to,
I think
you seem to be wearing a lot of hats. What do you class yourself as now? You're a producer, actor.
He's been reading the list.
What do I class myself as now? I don't know.
Just everything.
Just I don't know. I'm
Creative.
just I don't.
Yeah, I hate that word now. I'm a creator.
You work in finance. You're creative. You're acting, cooking.
I feel like that's living, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a cook. I feel like that's
so
what
you're
I
chef
do.
now?
You know, no, but in the sense of cook. Let's cook. You know, with like the kids say. That's it. Like that's what I do. I cook. And what do I mean by cooking is just experimenting. Really, you know, trying things
with what? Like
everything.
You have your own cooking show.
I'm not specifically talking about cooking,
cooking.
but
Oh, cooking. I get what you mean.
yeah,
had his own
more
cooking.
metaphorically. But
he had a run with Keto Marlon or
Keto Marlon.
I've got a cooking channel.
You have a cooking channel?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I've got a cooking website channel.
Wait, what?
I've got merchandise.
Oh yeah, no, but we loved it because at first it's like I'm Marlon and this is keto cheese. First tip cheese.
Well, keto. I mean, cheese is always keto.
Now you have keto cheese.
That's true. So are you on keto?
Perfect.
I was.
Perfect.
I was also. What made you stop?
So I did it for 2 years, and then I did it for 2 years, and then obviously lockdown hit, and then I was just like, you know, like life gets you, and you get a bit. Sometimes you get depressed, you need food for comfort and everything. Yeah. So I lost a lot of weight when I first did it.
Really?
Yeah. I was like really toned, really everything.
Yeah.
And then
You're still in good shape.
Off and on.
Yeah.
It depends. I'm not training that much anymore, so.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because I'm the type of person when I train hard, so I'll be like 5 times a week in the gym.
But do you find it easy to get like constant motivation to work out?
No, so what I do things like I suggest this to anybody that's trying to lose weight, trying to get healthy. Give yourself a target. That's what I did. I gave myself a target. So
you told me to do that.
So last year,
run a marathon. I was
last year I signed up to a half marathon.
Oh no!
So for 4 months I had to train. I had no choice but to train.
Yeah.
So to put like that,
I'd have just gone for it.
If you're looking for motivation,
way across the line.
If you're looking for motivation, you can create that for yourself. So that's why I put a big target above me. I was like, the most I ever ran was 10K, which is about
still pretty impressive.
6 miles.
More than I can.
Yeah, but for the marathon, you have to run 13 miles. So that's over double what I can. No,
24 miles to marathon.
That's a full marathon.
Oh, sorry, half marathon.
26.
Yeah, sorry.
And 26 miles is a full marathon.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, half marathon. I'm like, I've never come anywhere close to that. So I had to train non-stop for about 4 months. Swimming, running every day. I couldn't take a day. I couldn't go like I want to take a day off, even though I don't feel like it. Yeah, I know I got this big target above me. If I don't train, I won't complete this target.
And you did it, right?
Yeah, I did it. And it's interesting. I've seen people in the race that I could tell didn't train because that's the way they run.
Yeah, they were at the back.
Yeah,
they were at the back complaining about their feet.
Well, no, they were not actually people who
limping.
No, people who don't train actually at the front because they're sprinting. They don't know how to pace themselves. You understand? Because they haven't trained. Yeah. They're just running. They're running, and then they hit the wall, and then on the ground. You get to a point you see them laying on the ground.
I mean, it's brave to push yourself to the point where you're absolutely incapacitated.
You're gonna get to if you haven't trained for this, you're gonna get to a point where you can't go anymore, and you're gonna be on the ground passed out.
Yeah, because the lactic acid, the build up is like your body's not used to it, is it?
People that train are maybe a bit slow, unless you're like a super athlete, like competing in a major competition, and there's some people that are that.
It's like the old days.
You can tell by looking at certain people that they're not that, and they're running way too fast. They're gonna burn out.
Do you think like having that goal helped you have the discipline every day to train?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Like I think
I always forget about mine. I mean, I've got ADHD. I'm like after
I know. Also,
wait, forget about your half marathon that you have.
No, I mean, I don't forget the date. But yeah, time is a bit weird for us. It's like you're like 3 weeks in front of you,
right?
And like, and the past is just referred to as the other day, and because it's all relevant and it's all live, it's a bit like having like it's a bit like living within a 5-week block. It's why it's a struggle to book things ahead, like flights and that. I wouldn't usually book them myself.
If you haven't worked out already, it was me that contacted you to book this. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
he's got much better. He's better at organising.
Oh right.
I'm more like the pretty boy in the middle. I get to write stuff like questions. Yeah, I contributed.
So would you say you guys watch Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah.
So would you say you're more Joe Rogan and you're more Jamie?
Who's Jamie? Oh, Jamie's the
producer. Like the guy, the producer, yeah. Because you said you do the questions. I think the other way around. You're Joe Rogan and you're Jamie.
Yeah, he's the one who's like he does all like the techie stuff and like
I guess
But I mean I live miles away, so I have to come to his flat. So
right. But it's his. I guess that would be like the Jamie role. You know, it would be his studio. And, and obviously, Joe Rogan owns it. Do you own this? Does he rent it?
I think I asked him for all the passwords the other day because he was like, why don't you try writing on our Facebook occasionally? I was like, give me the passwords. Like, he's left the entire spreadsheet blank. I'm like,
you know what it is though, because I've been doing it for so long. It's hard to just give it over to somebody.
Like, you suggested that I write more.
Yeah, but I like certain things. I'm like, I don't want you to control
I was like, what's the password?
But is it because you don't trust him?
I don't
Slightly.
I don't want to do Instagram.
What the fuck? I mean, yeah, to be fair,
Facebook, I don't care about. You can do Facebook.
Well, yeah, because no one's.
It's because exactly. No one cares.
Like, my mum just liking every one that we put up. It's like, like today we interviewed Les about his parents. Oh, dislike.
But see, do you guys put any effort into the Facebook, or is it very much afterthought?
The afterthought, to be honest.
Like, is it just because it already uploads from Instagram?
Yeah.
Like,
so it's more like Twitter as well as an afterthought. I do TikTok, I do YouTube, I do Instagram.
Because it's more about like visuals. It's more about like, of course.
But like Facebook, I'm like, maybe I should throw some things up there.
Yeah,
I'd just throw it up all in one go.
I don't think anyone that we would aim for. Well, I mean, like, not to discriminate against anyone in our audience, but like, generally speaking, no one's like, oh, what's your Facebook? And they're more like, what's your Instagram? What's your TikTok?
The weird thing though, I'm old school. I like Facebook better. Of all of them. Really?
I used to. I was one of the last. I think you're the last of the Mohicans with Facebook, because I was a diehard Facebook guy.
Like Facebook.
Same. But like about 5 years ago, I realised it was just like it was constantly just coming up with these little notifications.
It's crap now. Don't get me wrong.
And I was like, yes, someone in your area said something.
I don't like Instagram. I like TikTok. I love TikTok. I'm on TikTok.
I can't.
I'm too scared.
Yeah, same.
It's
I
coming.
just know I'm going to spend all day on it. Like,
but Instagram, I don't like I don't like all of them. It's just because it's like
adverts.
Not that I just like. If I see a video, I want to share it. Instagram, you can't really do that.
Yeah, you can.
No, you have to actually upload the video itself. No, you have to upload them and do this repost weird thing. I like to, like Facebook, you can just hit share. Yeah. It's up there.
Yeah,
it was better for me.
Oh right, I didn't know that, because I mean I think you can share stuff.
I'm so confused. I
share videos all the 20 times a day.
No, like stuff you found online.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like if you find something on YouTube?
Yeah. That's what
you want to put it in Instagram.
Yeah, because they've got copyright issues in that, haven't they? Although Facebook doesn't seem to be.
If I see a video on YouTube, for example, I can just share on Facebook easily. But like with Instagram, you have to do some weird stuff to get it up there.
I didn't know that.
I mean, unless I'm old and I don't realise that there's an easy, I could just do it an easy way.
But we're going to get so many fucking comments.
Yeah.
Oh, please be nice. He doesn't mean it.
I'm in my 30s.
He's in our 30s.
I'm not young anymore.
We're on that point where it's like we're about 5 years away from asking young people how to use a PDF. Going back to sort of what we were saying before about cooking. So, do you mean literally? You don't mean literally cooking?
I also mean literally cooking, but that's not I wouldn't say like that's what I do.
No.
Also, I feel like I'm regretting saying this because this sounds like such a pretentious answer. I don't know what I do. I just
a lot of things, and you're working in film.
I mean, look. Ultimately, my primary profession remains an actor. That's what I.
So you got a lot of side hustles.
I wouldn't even say side. It's just like I kind of going back to what I was saying at the beginning, right? Yeah. I've always been very curious and very interested in a wide range of things. And I guess the way it will manifest for me is I'll have seasons of obsession. And I guess, most people do, right?
Yeah, it's good though. I mean, it's a really healthy way of looking at life, I think.
Yeah. And that's kind of how, the way I kind of want my life to be set up. And I think that's living life to the fullest, And in many ways, why would you not try to do as many things as you can do? And that kind of sounds like ridiculous in a way, but ultimately, you're never going to do everything, but I have many things that I want to do, and sometimes it will just be random things that will pop up, and then I'll be super interested in it. Like at the moment, my main obsession is fighting and martial arts. And that's like, that's a very random thing. Like I didn't expect a year ago that this would be such a big obsession of mine, and that's kind of always how my life has played out. And I would say, ultimately, why my main profession, like what I do, is an actor, is because that's where that can play out, right? Like, I could be playing a lawyer, I could be playing a politician, I could be playing Spider-Man maybe one day. Hopefully. I mean, not hopefully. Let's be real, that's not happening. Spider-Man, I'm too old for Spider-Man now, I think.
Wait, how old are you?
Oh, younger than you.
Media
fucking
training.
Christ.
Media training.
Like, just say number.
But I'm not.
It's like dealing with my auntie.
But
Media training.
like, yeah, it's like maybe I'm 24. You know, like.
I
You
mean,
can just check his date of birth.
you can check my date
No,
of
but
birth.
I assume like obviously you have your profile and you play
Hang on, I probably know his teachers.
you play a certain.
I mean,
age
look,
range.
I'll
you play a
I'll-
certain age range and
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
want to be like
Yeah, oh
You know,
yeah.
like, oh, just, oh, okay,
Yeah,
no, I see
yeah.
them. Okay, I've seen them.
Yeah, let me not
Yeah.
like
It's-
be
oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
shady.
No,
Like,
I've read your profile and I've seen what you are and stuff what you put down in terms of
I mean,
role.
Lindsay Lohan said that she could play a 20-year-old when she was like 40. And to be fair, she did. Yeah,
exactly,
thick.
and like
So
I mean,
obviously, if he comes on his podcast and we air it and he said he's 62 and he's like,
because I could be 62.
Well, then that changes the entire line of questioning. So I'm going to be talking about, like what aging creams he's using. So my mum will want to know. Like that would absolutely boost our engagement, no end. All right.
And then you probably get a good brand deal, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Just sitting there, it's like actually what I do is something really gross, and it's like oh okay, well we won't be anyway,
Yeah.
right, what am I talking about? No, but go on. Okay, so you were saying about sort of like the reason you like acting is because it gives you the opportunity to be everything, and I think that's absolutely a beautiful way of putting it actually. So like moving like so then you've done the production side of things. Which one do you prefer, acting or production?
Definitely acting.
Yeah.
I
Can I
think
ask you before you continue, can I ask you how you got into acting?
I feel like I always did acting from as long as I can remember. I think I was very, very lucky that my mum was super supportive of that, which is not the case for many of my friends. And like she was just she saw like I guess the talent or whatever way before I did.
Like the
And
way you think in that as
So
well.
did you do like go to acting school, drama? How did you get into it?
just like I think from as young as I can remember, like 3 years old, I was going to like theatre classes, and my mum would always take me into London to watch
Wow.
theatre shows and
That's lovely.
do workshops and
You're
stuff.
from Red Hill, weren't you?
From Red Hill. Same as you. Honestly, that is crazy.
So weird. So
Yeah.
weird. I live opposite the... actually, wait, no, let's not give away my location.
Yeah, don't
but,
dox
we were
yourself.
born in the same
the
hospital.
enemies.
We
We
were
were
born in the same
hospital. That's crazy.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Only 7 years apart, right?
So did you do things like Young Vic?
Say him.
Did you do things like Young Vic?
What's your
Theatre?
pick?
Not really. So yeah, my story really is that I was always doing acting. I did it at school. Ultimately it was a thing I was best at.
Yeah.
Like it was a thing I would get like
Exactly.
A, whereas other things I would not. Like I was terrible at science. And I think they
Well,
didn't
I
even.
don't
yeah.
have a science GCSE, so I can't even.
Really?
No.
I didn't even-
I didn't
neither
go
do
in.
I got a C in chemistry,
go
and
in.
it was the lowest one I got, and I was absolutely devastated. But still took
Yeah,
grade
they
levels.
didn't even let me do science.
I didn't.
was
They didn't
bad.
let you do
I didn't-
science.
basically, I didn't-
Yeah.
That's fucking retarded.
Right.
Why did they not let you do something? Like, I mean, there's
Yeah.
teachers who
They
just
let,
like,
they let me
whose
do it, but
time
I
are you
didn't.
wasting?
I didn't do the coursework, so I just thought, what's the point?
oh yeah, because like coursework and
So wait, so you just didn't do it?
I just didn't turn up.
well, you deserve it. But I mean,
I didn't
but
turn
the
up
fact
for
that
half
they didn't give
of
me the opportunity.
I didn't
fuck.
turn up. I didn't turn up for half of my GCSEs.
What?
Yeah, I didn't turn up for half of them.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I was a bad student.
Oh, you're.
I was really bad.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Sleep. You get a point for writing your name, mate.
Yeah,
Hey.
but for anybody listening, I had to redo it in college, so I paid.
Yeah, no
for it.
shit. Like, what a waste of time. Never mind. No,
I
we don't
wasted
judge.
I wasted 2 years.
You have a
redoing
degree
it.
now. You have a degree now, and that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah, that's the main
matters.
thing, and no one really cares about
I mean,
GCSEs.
honestly, like, oh, they do on UCAS. Jesus Christ.
I like to talk about it because like a lot of people feel like, oh, if I don't get it when I'm in school,
Yeah, but you still take
I
the
want-
exam.
Yeah, but I mean, like some people, like if I failed in school, then that's it. But like, no,
Well, no,
you can
not
go
at
back.
all.
You can go back and retake things. And
I mean, there's always that whole thing of like, famous millionaires and that, and they're always like, oh yeah, I, dropped out of college. Yeah, you dropped out, but I mean, bear in mind.
No,
that
but to be
was-
fair though, if I could go back and I had like a dream or a passion where I could be like,
it was music.
it was at one point, but yeah,
Well, that's what you did at Keele.
I didn't do music. Oops, that was our other friend. I did film in Kiel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I did like you are right. I was into music after Kiel.
Yeah.
Kiel was our university.
He was a rapper.
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
That's why I have these
Not a
microphones.
good one.
Okay.
So these microphones was originally bought for rapping.
Was it?
Yeah,
So did you do much rapping with these microphones?
yeah, a lot.
Do you do much now?
Especially these two, those two.
I have the best one apparently.
Yeah, especially those two.
Yeah.
So how long after the you started? Do you still rap?
No,
What happened? Why did you retire?
You got to watch.
I think I got old. I feel like it's a young man's sport.
Jay-Z's like 60.
Yeah.
No, but he's got to places, right? I was like 28 at the time. I was like,
It's not your fault no one tried to shoot you.
yeah. My point is, I was doing it for a few years. And
Yeah.
I got nowhere with it, and I was just like, this is a young man's sport. Let the young people do it.
Fair.
And me go on to other things.
You were in your early 20s.
No, I was in my late 20s.
Okay, never mind.
By the time I dropped it.
Yep. You
I was
at that
like-
point, you got to start calling yourself
Yeah,
grandpa
so I'm
or
like,
something. Or,
If it was like I guess like people like French Montana made it in their 30s.
I mean, you could call yourself Mr. Marlon.
Yeah.
I mean, that gives you an air of authority.
No, but I mean, if I was making progress to a point, I'd be like, okay, I can keep going into my 30s. But if you made no progression and you're late 20s, sort of like,
Yeah, it's time to something like,
do
like
something
sometimes you got to
else.
like, yeah.
I think that's
It's like when to give up, I guess.
I think as things change as well. Like there was that SoundCloud that was for independent artists, and then people used to post and everything, and then SoundCloud tried to be like Spotify, and then in the end, didn't really work out for them.
Yeah.
But in the end, they sort of shitted on independent artists.
SoundCloud.
Yeah, SoundCloud.
Why do you think that?
Because they're hemorrhaging money. They won't make any profit. It was a good concept, but they get sued a lot. They don't make a lot.
Why do they
Money.
get sued?
A lot of the streaming platforms don't make a lot of money in the first place. A lot of them hemorrhaging.
I mean, like they don't. That's why probably why they don't give out that much money. But,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on, that's why they adopted the subscription model because that way everyone's paying. If you know you've
That's
got like
still-
£11 coming in from everyone every month,
Yeah.
like and then you got the advertising budget
Yeah.
from the rest of it. So I guess it does kind of even out.
Yeah, a lot of streaming platforms do hemorrhage a lot of money. They don't make a lot.
Well, same with news actually now because like now it's all gone online. Like
It's a good idea, but in terms of like, that's why Netflix is increasing their subscription. That's why they're thinking about introducing adverts and stuff like that because they're not
think they
they're
already have
hemorrhaging money.
Like I think they're giving it as a sort of like subscription package that's a bit like lower, but
Yeah.
you start to deal with adverts. But I mean, Channel 4's been doing that for years, and they even have it on 4OD. Anyway, like we're getting off topic.
But my point
That's
is
the
like,
that's
the point.
What's the podcast?
Yeah. But my point is like, I had that as a dream, but then I feel like, man, let me pivot into other things.
Yeah, I honestly think that's kind of an underrated thing to do. I think there is a lot of emphasis on like you have to, follow your dreams. I'm not saying that you shouldn't follow your dreams. I definitely think you should, but I think that kind of goes back to what I'm saying about, I guess, almost having these multiple interests. Like I've had most of the time I'm not acting. Like it's what I do as a job.
Yeah.
Me ask you a
It's
question:
gone.
would you ever get to a point, say you haven't acted for multiple years, where you go, maybe acting?
Just got a movie coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, I know it
Next
does.
week.
But I'm like,
See, time fucked. Right, go on.
but my point is like, if you was to get to a point where you haven't acted for multiple years, you think you ever get to the point where you go, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I should do something else, cooking or something random,
I don't know.
or is it something you always gonna do?
I don't know.
That's the question.
I honestly have no idea because, like, maybe I might just want to retire for a bit. Like, I think, to be honest, I think that
Retired
would
at the
be.
age of 21.
Like for example, I couldn't imagine myself getting on the mic and start rapping again. I couldn't imagine
Right.
myself doing
I
that.
don't know. I think you're the voice for it. You're big enough. I wouldn't tell you shit. You're like 6'6". You kick my ass. Look at your arms. Look at it. This is ridiculous. I picked up and put down a heavy thing yesterday. Look at this. It's like a little leg. I think you've actually got bigger arms than I have legs.
Probably.
And
do.
I skip leg day. I skip leg. I'm
Yeah,
slimmer.
you
I've got a
do.
slimmer
I'm
body.
sorry.
I've got a
You do
slimmer
have-
body.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my girlfriend takes the piss.
But it's just random.
You have teeny tiny chicken legs.
But I think legs are hard to grow, man. You can't knock yourself down. It's hard to grow your legs.
It's just like you either have them or you don't, and unfortunately I don't. But she has great ones, so I'm fine.
That's what
At some
matters,
point,
right?
it's going to steal hers.
Actually,
When they came out like really weirdly creepy, it's like and next time on Netflix, Les stole his girl. Yeah, this guy stole his girlfriend's legs. There's me like, yes, but I'm flying. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so what was I trying to get at? Yeah. So we've done the whole thing with the acting. You did some work out in LA. Was that acting related?
No, I didn't do any workout in LA.
right, what were you doing?
I was studying in LA, and
What were you studying?
I was doing an acting class, and actually, this was probably a point where I definitely thought, should I quit acting? This was like a few, so
Why, were they that bad?
2019. No, this was before that, so I'm butchering the telling of this story. Let me start again.
Yeah, go on.
Basically, in I guess September of 2019, my agent dropped me
What? Why?
because I wasn't pulling in enough money.
But you've got cool hair.
I didn't have the cool hair back then. This hair actually.
That only took you 3 years to grow. Sorry, it's 5 years. Jesus Christ, time has moved.
No, well,
fair?
4 years. It's since lockdown.
4 years to get a fro.
Was there like a motivation behind getting the hair? Was there a story behind it?
There's no motivation. There was just it was the lockdown happened and people stopped cutting people's hair and
he kept his lockdown hair.
Kept it and people started to like it and
I grew up
started to get some more attention from girls from it and I was like,
oh, I want to ask about that one as well. Actually,
this is and also then started making a lot of money from it. Oh, not a lot, but like I started booking work like because of this hair. That's look. Yeah, I mean that's really why I've been doing a lot of commercials recently. Is because I guess it's a commercial look.
Out.
You know, yeah, and I guess that's been the thing I've been struggling with because it does hinder me for dramatic roles. Like that was the first film I was talking.
You can tie your hair up though, can't you? So
for that,
like,
I can, and you can, and you,
like,
and obviously,
what kind of roles would they kind of cast you for with the hair like that? Then, not to sort of denigrate it, like
I don't know.
For that film you just did you have to cut your hair for it?
This is the thing, right? Like for that film, I was expecting to have to get it cut, and I was kind of
sad about it.
Well, no, glad about it.
Really?
Because the thing is, I can't. I like it.
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to cut it myself.
I wouldn't.
You know, but for someone else does it. It's like I'm almost free of the hair.
If someone's ordered you to do make a change, it's a bit like
Yeah, and to be honest, this is a few times.
I had to shave my lockdown beard, and I tell you what, I brought it down to about 6, like just about 2 millimeters.
Yeah.
It's like,
but beards are in.
It took me 3 days to get over it, man. Like,
really,
I'm just going around like I look like an acorn. I was so sad.
But you still had it at 6. I mean, I had
it
hair,
sort of a little bit short,
long.
about half of this. Like, so I'd probably say about a little bit longer than Marlon's. Yeah. But like, it was a proper big biker beard, like, lockdown beard. And then it was like, and you're like, I'm ugly. I couldn't speak for an hour. I couldn't look in the mirror for 2 days.
Yeah.
I had my ex-girlfriend, she was like, you look handsome. It's okay. It looks better. And then her mate was like, I was like, you lying bitch. I was like, I said, I'm leaving over. Hide under a rock until it grows back.
Till it grows back, yeah.
And even, it does need a trim now, actually. Anyway, look, enough about facial hair and hair. Sorry, Mona, you were saying?
Was I saying something?
No.
But bringing it back to hair,
yeah.
Like, I mean, I always liked my hair.
I'm talking about hair on this show.
I know.
Is that a thing for you?
It's weird. It's like we do.
You did talk about it on the Maya episode, didn't you?
Yeah.
He's balding and I'm bald, so that's why.
Oh,
we
okay.
just want what we can't have.
Yeah.
You guys, I can give you some.
Just want to touch it.
Yeah,
go
on.
touch it.
You can.
It's like a sheep. Sorry, I'm joking. All right, did that come out racist? I don't know.
I don't know if that could be construed as racist.
It's really cool.
I think that's a
We'll let
far-fetched.
the viewers decide.
Yeah, viewers decide.
I like it.
Is this
It's fun
racist?
to touch.
But
that sounded even weirder.
No, but to be fair, you did give permission.
Yeah, I don't usually. So you should feel honored.
I do. I mean, I
Usually,
that's why I asked.
if you did it without permission, then I'll be like, that's a bit of a
If you just did it on the street, I'd be like,
no, that would be really weird. Do people
do that? People do that. People just will come up to me and just like start rapping.
Popcorn in a cinema, someone just reaching over,
swung a punch.
Bite, like,
huh?
It was swung a punch. It's like, wow.
I've wanted to.
What kind of people tend to do it? Is it just random people just going?
Obviously, a lot of drunk people.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess if you're drunk, you kind of. I mean.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I mean, to be fair, they're drunk. I mean, hell, I've had a few.
I remember I used to go out. I was always used to wear a hat when I'm out
to stop people from touching it.
No, people used to, I was always wear a hat. People used to take my hat off my head.
Right.
Why? Oh yeah, really, man. That was a word.
And after that, elbow people in the face sometimes.
What? You shouldn't admit to that on live.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't elbow anybody in the face.
He has never elbowed anyone in the face. And if you want to sue Marlon, the number is. But yeah, go on. All right, so people touching your hair in the street. That's weird.
Yeah,
I didn't think it would happen these days. Like, I think that was kind of a thing that was happening like 10 years ago. But like,
that's a thing that would die out.
It's kind of been established that people are like, because of the whole COVID, the lockdown. Everyone's like, everyone's social distance, motherfucker. This is social distancing hair. And it's
what is your reaction when people do that then?
I mean,
it depends how hot they are, presumably.
For the hot girl.
Hot girl's like, yeah. I love running their fingers through my hair. I'm like,
I don't know what you're
complaining about, to be honest with you, mate. At least you got hair.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't lie. I don't usually get too angry. Well, but it's just like
it's something to get like super angry about. But yeah,
it's more. I mean, if I'm in a bad mood like already, and then someone I'm obviously
it'll tip you.
Yeah, but
I know that is because obviously for anybody listening, I'm 6'6", so people always come up to me like, oh, you're tall.
Right.
If I'm in a bad mood, I might
literally describe him as a 6'6".
Yeah,
sometimes people come up to you and be like, let me measure myself up against you. I'm like, I don't like people getting that close to me in the first
That's
place.
a bit weird, yeah. Like,
But
I mean, like, everyone stands up a little bit taller when they stand next to him. It's quite cute.
But the thing is that I accept it. I'm like, fair enough. You can do whatever. I'm like, yeah.
Except for his wife. His wife is just like down here.
Yeah.
As I was saying.
But what I'm saying is like, if I'm in a bad mood and somebody does that, I might not react the same way. I'll be like,
Exactly. I think, to be honest, that's something that I guess experiencing things like that myself kind of recently, just being in a bad mood and then people saying, like, coming up to me and, you know, I'll be upset about that. Like, obviously, I'm a trained actor, so I'm not going to show it, but, like, it will
does acting help you with, like, sort of how you express your emotions in general?
Say again.
Does acting help you actually with how you express your emotions in general?
100%.